So good morning and welcome. I'm excited to be sharing Hani Mourra with all of you folks out there that are creating video content, whether it's live stream, podcast, or YouTube, whatever you're creating on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere you're creating, you're going to really absolutely fall in love with this software. I've experienced it a little bit myself. Been playing around with creating snippets from small videos, but I've brought Hani here to share with us today how to use the Repurpose platform for yourself and start creating more time in your calendar. That's really what it's about, right? It's freeing up our time with the right tools. So Hani, I'm going to let you take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to talk about content repurposing. Like you said, the whole point is to free up your time. You create content once, you want to put it out there on all different platforms in different shapes, different sizes, and it can be a tedious task if you don't have some systems in place to help automate most of that work for you. All right, so let's just quickly talk about high level, like just kind of the strategy, and we can dive into the tool, about how the tool works to help you save time. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to show this. Let me know if it's too small, I can zoom in a bit. But the idea is you want to take, if you're a video creator, you want to take a single video that you've done, that you've put on YouTube, you've optimized, and you want to turn it into as many different pieces. And I threw a number out there, 33. You can do less, you can do more. There's so many ways you can repurpose the content. But in general, what you want to do is you want to get that video, full video, put it on to your Facebook page. Then you want to create some clips that kind of showcase some important stuff, like something funny happened or something interesting or some like golden nuggets. Keep them about a minute, and then you can get those clips onto platforms like TikTok and Twitter and LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of opportunity there to take clips. You can do one clip, you can do many clips. So that's another strategy. Another strategy is take that video, turn it into an audio. So turn a video into an audio podcast. If you're doing an interview, maybe even if you're doing a solo video, if you think there's value in there that someone can listen to it and get value, turn that into an audio podcast. What else can you do? You can also repurpose videos into text as well. So for example, the video can be turned into a blog post. It's a great way to get another piece of content on your home base, on your website, on your blog. Usually you want to get it transcribed, do a little cleanup, a little formatting, embed the video that you have from YouTube, boom, you got a blog post just like that. Another little bonus tip I like to do personally is to take that video, get it transcribed, summarize it down into, I think 2,200 characters. That's kind of my favorite number because that works on all platforms. Then you can basically have a social media text post. So you can put a picture of yourself and then you have a summary, almost like a mini blog post that you can use as a text post on the different platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, etc. And then a little bonus I do as well is I make graphic quotes. So if I say something or my guest says something interesting, I turn that into a quote, pick a template from Canva, drop that in. So those are, I'm just throwing a lot of ideas out there. I just want to get you thinking that one video or one audio can be turned into a lot of different pieces of content. It can be repurposed, like changing like the medium. It can be video, clips, audio, text, and also it needs to be distributed to all the different platforms. All right. So this is just, I mean, if you want a copy of this, we can get you a link to get this. So I wanted to just give you an overview, just get your wheels turning on how to think about repurposing. And how do people post content regularly without making new content every single day? So that's the PDF there. If you want to let us know, we can definitely get you a copy of that as well. But
Honey, I think I have that, and I can make sure that I put that when I share the replay of this, I can get that out to people.
Excellent. Okay, so that's, I think. So any questions? If not, I'm going to dive right into the software to show you how to automate a lot of this stuff, especially when it comes to starting with a video and automating to the full video, automating the clips, and then turning that video also into an audio as well. I just want to give an overview of our platform. It's called Repurposed Io. And let me just switch tabs and show you how it works. So you log in. It's a web-based tool. Like it works better on desktop. You can do it on your iPad, maybe your phone, but it's not really designed for that. So the idea is it's a social media tool that lets you connect all your social media platforms, and then you set up these recipes, or we call them workflows, where you can tell it that you want to take content from one platform, transform it, repurpose it to different shapes, sizes, clips, etc., and then send it to another platform. So let's go over that right now. So first step you would do, I've already done this, but I just want to walk you through the process. When you first get into the platform, just like most social media platforms, you need to connect your social media accounts. Connect your YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So let me show you all the possibilities real quick. You click add a connection right here. It pops up. It gives you a list of what the different platforms that you can connect. So you can you can connect your audio podcast feed here. You can connect your SoundCloud, your YouTube, Google Drive, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much all the big ones, Facebook, Zoom. If you do cloud recordings, you can repurpose from there. And coming soon, actually, is Pinterest. And in a few weeks, we're going to be able to add Pinterest in here. So that's exciting. So one thing you want to notice is some say source, some say destination, and some say source and destination. So the source is where you can repurpose content from. So the idea of repurpose is you don't need to upload anything to our platform. It's designed so that you upload or publish to your favorite platform. If you're a podcaster, you upload to your podcast host. If you're a video creator, you upload to your YouTube channel typically. If you're a Facebook live, if you do a lot of lives, you're doing live on Facebook, upload there. If you do Zoom recordings, you don't have to get that content and put it anywhere besides where your main primary content lives. So keep that in mind. So whenever it's a source, you can repurpose from that platform. Whenever it says destination, you can repurpose to that platform. So for example, you can go to SoundCloud, you can publish content to LinkedIn, Twitter, and some say both, which means you can repurpose from YouTube to somewhere else, as small clips, for example, or you can take your TikTok videos and publish them to YouTube. That's another example. So some can be source, some can be destination, some can be both. So keep that in mind. You click the one that you want, it pops up, you kind of authenticate, and you give us permission to look at your content, post on your behalf, just like any other social media platform. We're all approved, by the way. We have to get approval from all these platforms. So you're not entering any passwords on our site. It's all secure. And you just go ahead and add what you want. If you're getting started, just add the two. You need a minimum two, one source, one destination, then you can get started. I've already added them, so I'm not going to add them again. So here we are. I've added YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So nothing has happened yet. All we've done is we've connected our social media platform. Now the fun, this is where the fun begins. I call it fun. I'm a geek, so let's call it fun. Or magic, if you want to call it magic. So this is where we create our recipes or workflows where you can take the content from one platform to another. So this is what we call a workflow. So you can go ahead and create a workflow. There's no limit on the number of workflows. I'm gonna take a YouTube video and send it to, I'll send it to my Dropbox for now. Well, I can send it to my Instagram, and I can delete it later. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a clip from my YouTube video and post it onto my Instagram. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here. Then you say next, and you choose, first question is gonna ask you, what's your source? What are you repurposing from? So I'm gonna say YouTube. All right, if you have a playlist, you can select that. If you don't, no problem, we'll just use your main channel. Second question is gonna ask you is, what do you wanna do with this YouTube video? Well, since I'm going to Instagram, I need it to be a video, perfect. And then I can choose full video or clips. Now, Instagram has this limit of 60 seconds. So my videos are longer, so I'm going to turn that from full video into clips. All right, next, last thing, where do I want to publish this content to? We said Instagram, so I'm going to choose my Instagram. And then if you have multiple Instagram accounts, they're all show up here. I'm just going to choose my testing account and say, okay. Now, one thing you need to notice, we have a help desk article about it. You need to make sure your Instagram account needs to be a business account. It's easy to convert it. It's not already. And that's it. So nothing has happened yet. We've made the recipe. We haven't executed. We haven't, put it into action yet. So you go into view content, and this will show you all your YouTube videos right here. All right. Ignore this for a second. I'll explain the magic that happened here in a second. But the idea is you have a video, then you want to chop it up into little clips. So you say create snippets. A little pop-up comes up, pulls up your YouTube video, and then here's where you can make all the different clips. I can adjust the start time, end time, or I can just drag it along and adjust it, and I can watch that particular clip, make sure it's starting and ending exactly where I want it. And then I know I have to be under a minute. So you can see on the bottom right there, it says duration. It's a little bit too long. So I want to just go under a minute just to be on the safe side here. I'll put it 55 seconds and then give it a title. Could be whatever title you want. So something that has meaning to the clip that we just created. Because this title, I'll show you in a second, when we do some fancy conversion to a nice looking video, that title is going to show up across the top. Okay. Let's say this is a clip, and I can create as many clips as I want. I don't have to create one. I can create a second one, call it part 2, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. I can go along as much, do all my clips in one shot. So if you're doing yourself, this is a great chance to kind of go through and break it up. You have someone on your team, they can go through and do it all in one shot, and then you can review everything. So that works. Boom, do that. And then I have my 2 clips. Again, we haven't published anything. It's just, here it is. So then you want to go in the settings. There's a lot of settings. I'm not going to cover all the settings, but I do want to touch on a few things. One is, by default, it just takes the original video, whatever it is, and just sends it off to destination. But sometimes that's not super exciting. For example, Instagram, square videos look a little better, or some platforms prefer vertical, etc. So how do we convert them into those videos? Well, there's 2 options in Repurpose. You can go and use a video style. Like we have basic video styles. We call it square. We have one that's square that will basically turn your video into a square, put your headline on top. And if you want to burn the captions in, you can burn the captions in. So this is what we call our basic. You can customize colors. The text can be that. Caption color can be that, etc. Background, I can make it dark. Cool, that looks good. Well, kind of good. That's one option. That's the easiest option. If you're just getting started, that's probably the easiest way to go. We also have a template option. So you can go in and design your own template. I'll show you how the design tool works. I've designed a couple, but this is where you can get fancy. It's almost like a little mini version of Canva, where you can put a background image, customize the font, the colors, and design a template that way. So I'll choose that option right now. So this is my template design. Again, real quick, just for the demo. And it puts the headline on top. I want to make the video a little smaller. It has a progress bar, change the fonts. I'll show you how to customize your own templates after, but I'm just going to say save here. And there's a lot of other options I'm not going to go through. You can add intros, outros, exclude videos, do all kinds of fun stuff. But I just want to show you basically how to get a video out to Instagram. And that's it. Now we're done. I can hit publish, and it will basically go to Instagram. And when it pops up, it gives you a preview of what it looks like. If you want to make final adjustments, you can tweak things a little bit if you wanted to. Oops, let's just resize that a bit. All right, that looks good. If I wanted to change something, if I wanted to edit, change the word here and make it bold, underline. So you can customize on a per video basis. You don't have to. It kind of takes a template and makes it for you. But if you wanted to customize something, you can do that here as well. And then you can publish now or schedule. So I'm going to hit schedule because it's a little bit faster. so that we don't sit down waiting for it. It does take some time, a few minutes or so to make the video. So I'm going to schedule it and I'll show you what the video looks like. So I'm going to hit schedule and schedule now. So I'm not sure if I showed, let me go back to that window really quick. You can, of course, update the Instagram description or caption and type whatever you want in here as well. I just left it by default to use the headline, but you can update what it says right here and customize that as well. All right, and it's going to go into queued, and then it's going to start preparing the video for scheduling. I'll pause there and see if anybody has got any questions. I've talked a lot, and I tend to talk really fast when I get excited. So I'll pause. Any questions or thoughts, or feel free, as I'm here. Let's make it a little more interactive. It's more fun for everyone that way.
So Hani, the first time that I was using it and I created some snippets, I went crazy. I think I wound up with like 13 or 14 snippets. And then I realized, like, okay, you need to dial this in. So what is the, like when you're creating snippets, how many do you feel is a good amount from like a 1 to 2 minute video?
Yeah, like a 1 minute clip or the whole videos?
Yeah, typically some of my videos are like around 30 minutes. Okay. So like, I could probably get a lot of content out of it, but it's like, okay, how much, like I felt like I was on overload when I was then going through the whole scheduling process and everything. So what do you recommend? Yeah,
I'd say, like, if you're doing content, like the short answer, I would say 3 to 5.
Okay.
5 max.
Okay.
Just because I like to make, for a given week, like I make 1 video a week or an interview or a live stream, and then I want to schedule 3 clips, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example. So I think 3 is a good number. You don't want to go overboard. The good news is, let's say you're off for a few weeks or you're just not creating content, you get too busy, you can go back to Repurpose and just make 3 more clips and schedule those out. So don't feel like you have to kind of prepare everything in advance. Just do your video, and I would say 3. Start with 3. If you can get 3, you're in good shape. If you can get 5, you can have a few extras in case you have an off week and not making content that week.
So another question that came up for me was, okay, if I've created a workflow to go from like YouTube to LinkedIn, and I've created snippets, can I then duplicate those snippets and use them to go from YouTube to, say, Facebook? Same exact snippets. Just copy the workflow and change the destination.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. But there's another thing you need to be aware of, is which something we're trying to improve, but there's an option in here called, where'd it go? Auto sync snippets. Right? When you turn that on, and then you make another workflow from YouTube to Facebook, you can duplicate the workflow, or you can just make a new one. Every time you make a clip, and you turn on the auto sync on those 2 workflows, then it basically, the idea is it's every time you make a clip on one workflow, it would automatically make it on the other.
Okay.
So that's one way of doing it. So just make sure to turn on. We're thinking of making this a default on option, so that going forward, everybody would be on auto sync. And you can turn it off when you don't want to. Right now, you need to go in there and turn on the auto sync for this workflow. And then when you make your next workflow, you can go ahead and make a workflow or duplicate the workflow, and then you'll see. The thing is, it doesn't actually take all the ones you've done in the past, but going forward, the next time you make a clip, it will automatically sync it on all the different workflows. But the other tactic, which I recommend more, especially if you're on YouTube, is it's actually a big time saver. If you go ahead and, I don't know if you've noticed that these snippets came automatically. I didn't make these clips. These came in automatically when I connected my YouTube. And the reason is we've added a feature where if you put your timestamps right inside your YouTube video, start time, end time, and some kind of title, Repurpose says, oh, I think this is a clip. YouTube calls them chapters. It's as simple as putting a time, start time, and an end time, and some kind of text. But we pick it up and we automatically make the clips for you. So this is a way where you can do it all on YouTube, the start time, end time, title, and then anytime you make a YouTube workflow, they're all going to be there automatically. So that's the second way of doing it. So you can use our auto sync to synchronize between workflows, or you can just do it in YouTube. I recommend doing it in YouTube because actually YouTube likes these things. They call them chapters. They like that. They encourage you to do chapters on your YouTube videos.
Does it automatically recognize those? Like when you put the time in this format, does it automatically recognize that that's a chapter, or is there somewhere in might be a YouTube
it's automatic.
question? Okay, cool.
YouTube's automatic. So when I click here, it's going to jump to the 1 minute mark of the video.
Gotcha.
But YouTube has it automatically, and then we have it automatically. So we detect the clips. We put the start time and end time automatically. So that's a cool little, I'll say advanced feature, but it's a cool little hack that you can do. A, you get points with YouTube. B, you get points, you get automation with Repurpose. So Repurpose will pick that up for you automatically. It's a great question.
Gotcha. So, and I do recall you shared that you could, if you were creating video in Facebook, that it'll also pull those timestamps from Facebook as well, correct?
Correct. Yes. It's exactly the same idea. If you wanted to do that for Facebook, same thing. You can put start time, end time, and boom, your links are automatically turned into snippets. They're not published, but they're there for you, ready for you. And I can still edit them. If I don't like something or I want to tweak it, I can still edit this snippet and tweak the time, fix the title if I want to, etc. But it does give you a good starting point. So it saves you a lot of time if you do it on YouTube or on Facebook.
That's great. Yeah, that's really helpful.
Yeah.
I was curious how that automatic, like, okay, there's got to be a way to just like figure out the snippets once and then pull them in from YouTube. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I recommend that way to do it right from YouTube. Do it on YouTube one time, and then any workflow you create. And even if it's an old video, right? The cool thing is I can go back to a video from 5 years ago, add these timestamps in YouTube, and then go back to Repurpose, and then these clips will just automatically appear. I think you might have to go in and just click resync, and we'll just kind of synchronize everything, and boom, your clips will show up. So don't feel like, oh, I haven't done it yet. If you're going to repurpose a video, go back to YouTube first, put the timestamps in there.
I know a lot of podcasters who spend the time to create those timestamps. So that's invaluable for them to be able to bring that into, creating snippets.
Yeah, and I think I'm like 99% sure that you can do the same thing with podcasts. So when you do your show notes, when you upload an episode on Libsyn or whatever podcasting platform you're on, in the description there, if you put the same timestamps, the same thing will happen here. The clips will automatically show up for you. So this also applies for audio podcasts.
Awesome.
Very cool. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Shall we continue? So when the video is done, it's scheduled right now. I can preview it to see what it looks like. And this is it right here. So we took a YouTube video that's this way, made a clip, chose a template, hit a button, and now we have a video with a progress bar with the captions below, branded style the way that we want it, without really having any video editing skills or tools needed. So that's kind of where the magic is. It's just one click and you're good to go.
And this also pulls the captions in from like YouTube or Facebook when you have your captions turned on, correct?
Yeah, the beauty of YouTube is it automatically makes captions for you.
Right.
I think it's a new thing. Every new video that goes out on YouTube, they generate the captions. So we pull them in automatically. So you don't need to get it transcribed. You don't need to wait it or anything. Like it would just grab from YouTube and automatically put it here for you. But
you do recommend editing it.
I do. I mean, it's pretty good. It depends. It depends on like on the video, like the audio quality is good. YouTube it's getting a lot better. YouTube is a lot better. I find it's even better than Facebook in terms of transcription accuracies. But if you're really particular, if you're doing short clips and there's a small mistake, I personally wouldn't worry about it. But Depends on yourself and your liking. So I keep it simple. I just use it right from YouTube. But if you wanted to, you can use your two options. You can have someone on your team go into YouTube itself and edit the video and edit the transcriptions right onto YouTube, fix out the mistakes, and then we will grab the corrected version from YouTube. So that's one way of doing it. So, I mean, I think that's a good approach. It's that way you're kind of doing all the work on YouTube, optimizing, cleaning up transcripts, mistakes, and then Repurpose will just have everything ready to go. The clips are ready, the proper captions are ready. The other option is if you have it transcribed separately, through another service or something that's more accurate, or you have someone on your team fix it, you can upload your own captions here. You can upload an SRT file. It's one of the formats for captions. You can just upload it here directly to Repurpose. So depending on your workflow and who's doing, if you already have somebody in the team doing captions and you have this exported in this right format, boom, you can drop it into here as well. I'm all about simple, to be honest with you. It's just, and it's pretty good. It's way better than it was in the past from YouTube.
Yeah, why not use the tools that are there, right?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, no one's gonna know. If it's small, if something obvious like your name or something like that, yeah, of course you want to get that fixed up, but I wouldn't spend so much time trying to fix it up. And we're thinking about adding a little tool here to, when you make a clip, we're thinking of maybe we can give you an option to edit the captions just for that clip. Let's an hour video, you don't really want to fix everything. You want to fix this 1 minute clip here. So we're thinking of a way to do that. We pull the captions from YouTube, fix it up. Pop it up, let you fix it here so that it's clean and good to go. So that's something we're considering as well. And down the road, we're also adding an option to transcribe everything inside of Repurpose, so that you don't have to rely on YouTube. For example, audio podcasts, the transcriptions are not there. We're going to add our own transcription tool as an option for those who want to use that as well. So that's something we're exploring. Probably, by the end of this year, we'll have that option.
So I love how you have incorporated a lot of the requests from your user base.
Mm-hmm.
So share with us some of the more recent updates and things that you're changing. Obviously, Pinterest is one of them, and you've shared, I know a little bit about your story with TikTok. So what are some of the things that you're hearing from your users that you are considering adding as enhancements to the software?
Yeah, there's a lot, and we actually made it easier for people to leave their comments. So if you're inside the app, am I sharing? Yeah, I'm still sharing. So
Yes.
if you click on the bell icon here inside the app, it gives you some new features. Hey, what's new? For example, people were asking, hey, I have Instagram content or Instagram live content. That's my main platform. Can I repurpose from there? And we looked into it like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. So we added that recently. So, all the latest stuff is here, but if you have an idea, you click add an idea and you can request an idea right here. Number two, if you want to see what other people are requesting, you click the ideas tab, you can see kind of what's trending. People want a content calendar, they want IG reels, and you can upvote the ones that you like. And we review this on a weekly basis. So we review it and say, all right, all the people are asking for IG reels. Is that possible? No, unfortunately not. Okay, Vimeo. Okay, this is possible. So this is what we use to base a lot of our development. So if you're in the app, just go into ideas, see what's there already. You can see what's trending, what people are voting on. You can leave comments, upvote anything so that we know this is what people want. Yeah, and I think our main focus now, this content calendar has been something that we've really been missing a lot. We had the scheduling capability, like I showed here. I can schedule it for a specific day, but we really need a way to see the bigger picture. All right, I've scheduled all this content.
Right.
I want to see the calendar. So that's one thing. But even cooler, which I think we're starting to work on that actually in a week or two, is the ability to, especially with clips. Clips are interesting because you don't want to sit there and remember, oh, when did I last schedule this one? I want this clip to go after it. We want the idea of queues. So you set up a queue. So in my Instagram queue is Monday, Friday, Saturday. My LinkedIn queue is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you have predefined blocks of time, and then you have a new option to say, instead of publish, you can say add it to the queue, add to the queue, so that you know this is going to Instagram, it's going to go in the next available slot in your queue. So you can load up your queue with all these different clips without you having to remember which date was, oh, I scheduled this one on that date, or when did I schedule that one? So content calendar queue is one thing. We have some podcasting, more design features for podcasters. For people who are doing audio content, they don't have the ability to create these templates yet. We have a simpler version, but we have a nice template builder coming up actually in a few weeks for audio podcasters. And I don't remember what the last thing is. And then integrating some transcription services in there to help people who want to just transcribe small clips, who are not using YouTube. Maybe they're using Zoom, maybe they're using audio content. They want to have a way to automatically transcribe and edit within the app.
Awesome.
All right, so that's, I mean, this is I just showed one example of YouTube to Instagram. You can do so much more. You can do audio podcast to YouTube. You can take the full video, full audio, turn that into a video and send that to YouTube. So you can do a workflow like that. I can show that if that's of interest, or I can show our template builder, how that works. So what do you think?
Why don't you do that? Why don't you show the template builder? I think, you know, the workflows are great. But I think that, you know, having that set up, I do want to compliment you on when you're setting up the workflows, realizing like one of the things, one of the mistakes that I made is I clicked the wrong source. So having the little icons show up in that workflow was a great visual for me to go, oh, wait, no, I didn't want that to go to Instagram. I wanted it to go to LinkedIn. So the visual connection there was really helpful when setting up that workflow. So thank you for that. And I have to also say thank you for the great customer service when I realized that I linked the wrong YouTube account.
Yeah, that's a common mistake, to be honest, because many people have so many Gmail accounts. Or more than one account, and sometimes if you're already logged in, it's a little tricky. So we had the help desk article to help you just kind of log out of everything and then connect to the right YouTube channel. Yeah,
that was really helpful. Thank you. Yeah, so if you want to do, you know, just show us how to create templates, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, so templates, you go in the templates tab and say create a new template. Right now we don't have, it only works when you're doing video to video, for example, like taking a video, making clips. Audio to video, podcasting to video. We have a basic template feature that's being reworked to use this new tool, but that's coming soon. Literally like 2-3 weeks from now, we're almost done. But let's just focus on video to video. Give it a title. Let's say this is my demo template. And then you pick square, vertical, or horizontal. So, you know, you probably want to make one of each at some point for your brand, so that depending where you're publishing to, for YouTube, you want a horizontal, vertical for TikTok, etc. But I'm just going to I'll make a square one for now. And it's kind of like a little mini version of Canva. So these, you got to think of these as placeholders. So this is the placeholder where your headline is going to go. This is the placeholder where your video is going to go. This is where your progress bar is going to go. And if you want to add other elements, I can add the captions. Okay, here's where my captions are going to go. So then I can grab my video and resize it if I want to. Say I want to kind of a little bit smaller around here. I can click on the headline, change the font, you know, shrink it, resize it. So you're not editing the content here. You're designing a generic template where when you hit the publish button, you can, if you want to fine tune, customize, like I did earlier, you can do that. Or you could just use the template as it is. So your main elements are a headline. You can add a static headline. You can add static text, like something like call to action. Something that's always there in all the videos. Like if you want to, you know, some kind of text that's always here, right below the video. Cool, you can do that. You can add the progress bar is there by default. You can, you know, make it bigger, change the color of it. So you can customize what it looks. And then the captions, you can change the font and then also change the background if you want to add a background color to it. All right, and then the last thing is, and you can add some elements, emojis, all that fun stuff. But the background is going to work is pretty cool. So you can choose one of our backgrounds here if you want. We're going to probably add some more, but you probably do, not probably, you do also have the option to upload your own images, or if you're a Canva user, you can automatically click the camera button. It pops up this little window. Choose one of your own designs. Let's see what my designs are. Let's take that one, whatever. And then I can send that right back to my template editor, and it becomes my background image, which is kind of cool. So if you're on Canva, you have someone who designs content for you. You can have them design a nice template background. You can import it into Repurpose automatically as a background image, which is a really cool feature. And that's it. Then when you're done, you close the window and you're good to go. So the next time you make your workflow, I can go in to the settings page and then just choose that template. And we're rocking and rolling. So that's the idea of templates. You can do 3 styles: square, vertical, horizontal, customize the way you want. And like I said, if you want to really fine tune it, you can even, when you hit the publish button, I can still make last minute edits here. Let's say I want, for this video, I want to change this to be bold and mess around with stuff. You can still do that, almost like a little mini video editor to tweak things if you want to. Most people don't. They use a template as it is. All right, that's our template editor. And we're adding more features for our audio to video, like I mentioned, in a couple of weeks.
I think, the biggest thing is for people to really just kind of jump in and experience the software themselves. What is the easiest way to use the platform, get started, give it a try? What do you recommend?
Yeah, like once you sign up, it's a free trial. You can publish up to 10 videos for free. And really, you got to think of it as as a content creator, what is your main piece of content? So if you're an audio podcaster, then if audio is your main content, then you want to go into the connections page, add your audio podcast. And that's as simple as just copying your podcast feed, just pasting it into here, or your Apple Podcast URL. And if you're not sure how to get that, then we have some help desk article here that will help you. But it's just pasting a link to your podcast. Simple as that. And if you're a video creator, all you're doing, if your videos, YouTube's your main platform, then connect your YouTube and do a test. Take a YouTube video and send it off to LinkedIn, for example. If you're doing Facebook Lives, connect your Facebook. And if you're on TikTok, connect your TikTok. This is a pretty new feature as well. So if you're big on TikTok, you want to take your TikTok videos and automatically put them on Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and all those. You can have an automation that does that automatically. So actually, one thing I'll cover at the end here is to turn on full automation. I didn't talk about that. I showed the manual, but yeah. So you want to just think about what you're doing now, and then how do I automate that? So if you're audio, video, TikTok, start with that, and then send it to somewhere else as a test. And then you can go ahead and build one workflow. That's all you need. Build one workflow and hit the publish button. So just see how easy it is. And you can control everything. Like when you're publishing to YouTube, you can control the title, the description. You can customize everything you want in that publish window.
So you just touched on the automation. Do you want to demonstrate how to set up a workflow that's an automated workflow?
Yeah, so that's a great, I was going to show it earlier. I totally forgot. So everything that you do is default manual. Any workflow you create is in manual mode. So manual mode means you go in, you view the content, you publish or schedule. So that's what we call manual. It's still pretty automated. It does a lot of work for you, but it's the publishing step is something that you do manually. If you wanted to, I wouldn't recommend it for clips. because you don't want to publish a whole bunch of clips all in the same day. But for example, like something I do right now. So I go on TikTok and I post my videos to whatever. Let's say Google Drive. Oh, let's say Instagram. I say Twitter. Doesn't matter. So you make a workflow, say TikTok to Twitter. My TikToks are short. Twitter only accepts short videos, not a problem. So I can upload the full video and I want to send it to Twitter. So any workflow that you do, so now it's loading up all my TikToks. So these are all my TikTok videos. So of course I can publish like earlier, or I can turn on auto and it's going to ask me, oh, you want to turn on auto publish? It's going to start publishing your content automatically. Do you want to publish everything right now, like all my TikToks to Twitter right now? I can say yes. If I wouldn't recommend it to do that because you don't want the content to go out all at the same time, unless you're like doing a backup that you want to send copies to Google Drive or Dropbox, you can say go. But usually you want to do it on a date, on this date or newer. So I can say, let's say starting tomorrow. Oops. So starting tomorrow, I want you to, next time you see a new video on TikTok, I want you to just take that video and automatically send it to Twitter. You don't even need to be logged into Repurpose to do that. So that's it. Oh, no, didn't take that. Oh, did take that. Okay, so this workflow is in auto. Tomorrow, do my TikTok video, upload it to TikTok, and then it takes about an hour, 1 to 2 hours maybe, by the time it recognizes the new videos there, and boom, it just shows up on my Twitter. I don't even need to log into Repurpose and do that. So this is what we call full automation. I don't recommend it for clips because you don't want to publish a whole bunch of clips. I do recommend it for things like going from TikTok to one platform, or if you're taking a full YouTube video and you want to put it onto your Facebook page, there's no need to go in and manually do that every time. So you can set it up so that you can turn on your YouTube to Facebook. That could be a good one for automation. Maybe taking your full podcast, convert it to a video and putting it onto YouTube. That could be full automation. So you gotta think about kind of what you're trying to do, but usually the full videos, you're okay with doing it on auto. The only thing is, like I said, that pop-up comes up, make sure you don't do all your content. I mean, you could, if you want to publish 50 videos to YouTube in the same day, you could do that. I don't recommend it, but you could do that.
So does it, and it automatically pulls in your descriptions and everything, correct?
Yes, that's a great question. So the title, description, everything is it's pre-filled in and automatically pushed through. So if you're going from YouTube to Facebook, we take the title from YouTube, the description from YouTube, we pass it on to Facebook. Okay. If you're doing TikTok videos, there's no title, it's just the description. We use that as the tweet to Twitter, for example. Okay. We have a cool feature specifically designed for TikTok. It actually works on any platform. Is a lot of videos on TikTok have a lot of hashtags. I don't know if you can see there. Most people just kind of load up on hashtags, especially on TikTok. So we do have an option. We say, it's kind of annoying because you might have a different hashtag. Let me turn off the auto publish. You might have a different set of hashtags for Twitter and a different set of hashtags for LinkedIn and different hashtags for every platform. So we added an option where you can automatically remove the hashtags. So if you're purposing from, let's say, Twitter, you want to strip out all those hashtags, you can do that. And then the second thing is you can add any kind of custom text automatically after. If you have a call to action, if you have you want to add different hashtags, maybe Twitter hashtags, you can add any kind of text or hashtags after the title from TikTok. So that's an option as well. It's more of an advanced thing, but a lot of customers said, hey, can you take off my TikTok hashtags because they don't make sense when I post them to Twitter. Like, yeah, that's brilliant. So
I can see that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? So right. I personally have like set a 2 or 3 hashtags for LinkedIn, 2 or 3 hashtags for Twitter, 2 or 3 hashtags for YouTube. So each platform has its own hashtags, and I just load them into the workflow. So this one's going to Twitter, so I paste in my Twitter hashtags, and it takes the title, adds the Twitter hashtag, sends it off to Twitter. So that's another cool little hack.
Yeah, I like it. Nice way to customize something, and depending on where you're showing up.
Yeah.
So,
but honestly, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I had a real quick question. When you're pulling in information, a lot of times when I'm doing a post for LinkedIn, I like to, like, if it's an interview with someone, I like to call out their name, and when you use the @ symbol with their name, it usually connects them to it or notifies them that they've been added to a post. Is that something that is recognized when you go from like a YouTube or to LinkedIn?
That's a good question. I want to say the answer is no, unfortunately. I mean, you could put the @ symbol, but I don't think it's going to tag them on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn, they probably don't want people to kind of automate that because it could be abused.
Gotcha.
I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure the answer is no. But on Twitter, I think the answer is yes. So if you just put an @ symbol, and it should tag me on Twitter.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure, but LinkedIn, I think is different. I think they kind of don't want that to be automated.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I can understand that. It's depending on the platform, right? So it may just mean like, okay, remember to go back and look at your post, and if you want someone specific to be tagged in, you can always edit it right on LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can edit any post. So whatever is on there is just like you posted it yourself. So it's a native video, it's a full video, and you have full control over it. It's not locked forever. But actually, you mentioned something that might come in handy. Any workflow, you can turn on this email notifications, so that as soon as it publishes, it sends you an email. So, oh, this has been successfully published. It's almost like a reminder. Oh, yeah, let me tag somebody or like it, or like my own post, or etc. So yeah, you can turn on the option to let you know when a video has been successfully published.
Yeah, that's really helpful. I actually have a group of women that I notify whenever I posted anything, just so they get to see it, and so I can go and grab the link and share it with them.
Yeah,
that's awesome. A nice feature.
Yeah. I mean, it is evolving over time, and that's why we added this way, is because we have a vision. We've been doing this for over 5 years now. A lot of users come in, and a lot of new platforms come in, like TikTok, and so we always want to hear like what tweaks can we make to make your life easier. That's really what it's about. Like, it's an automation tool to make your life easier and save you time. So if there's something we can add, we're always encouraging people to leave ideas. If they want to see new integrations like Vimeo and Pinterest and whatever else, drop them in here. Drop them in the ideas page. I should just click add an idea and drop it in here.
And you also have a lot of different videos that you've prepared to help people work through it and set up, the workflows and things like that. So even just the access to training modules is helpful.
Yeah, so that's a great point. So on the left side here, you have access to a lot of things. Our help desk is great. You can search for, look through categories, or just type in TikTok, and it'll give you everything related to TikTok. So if you're looking for any kind of help on something, you can start here, search what you want. We also have the, where'd it go? We have live chat, so you can chat with support here. If you're stuck, just need a quick question or something on your mind, you can chat here. And we also have a course as well. It's a little bit outdated. I don't say outdated. It needs refreshing because we have a lot more new integrations, but it's definitely a good overview of a strategy. It's like hey, if you're a podcaster, here's all the different workflows you need to create. It's free. It's a free course. We have video cheat sheet, so you can see all different lengths. If you forget, oh, how long can I do Pinterest, or how long can I do a YouTube video, or how long, like what's the maximum duration? So we have a little cheat sheet here. So we have a lot of resources here and workflow diagrams as well to give you ideas of the different ways you can repurpose content. Just, again, to get you thinking about what you can do with video and what you can do with audio. And of course, yeah, I mean, then if nothing's here, you can't find our live chat support. They're on, they're not 24 hours, but you can see when they're online, offline. If no one's available, they'll get back to you by email. So you don't have to sit there and wait. Like you just type in your message, and then if it happened to be offline, yeah, you'll get an email response back within 24 hours.
And this has been great. I really appreciate you sharing all of this insight. I actually was speaking about you yesterday to someone who wants you to come and speak to a group that they're presenting business tools for the business owner. So I think that's exciting to be able to share you with my audience. I thank you for your time. Just real quick, do you want to talk a little bit about pricing, how someone can find you? You know, you have the 14-day free trial. So you want to share, just kind of go through that. You have a couple different levels of membership, which is great.
Yeah, we had different plans, but I mean, just to summarize it all, it's let me go to the pricing page. It's probably easier. You know, 14-day trial. If you're a podcaster, if you're creating audio content and you want to get that onto social media as full videos or clips, it's $15 a month for unlimited episodes. It's not a per episode basis. If you have one show with 100,000 episodes, well, that's a lot of episodes. If you have a couple hundred episodes, then yeah, you can publish all of them, no problem. And then if you're doing video content, if you're starting with video content on YouTube or Facebook Lives, or you're starting with TikToks and you want to repurpose those everywhere, plus do audios at the same time, the content marketer plan is $25 a month. So you can do everything the podcaster plan can do, but it can also do repurposed video content from YouTube, Facebook, Zoom. We have a Zoom integration as well. So that's this one. An agency, if you're planning on doing this for clients, we have an agency plan as well. And then everything is discounted at 20, I think, basically get 2 months free if you sign up for the whole year upfront. So if you know if you're committing to doing this, you will save if you go for the yearly plan, but if you just do month by month, it's $15, $25, and $125.
Well, you could always upgrade, right?
Yeah, I would start, like if you're doing audio content, start with Podcaster. If you're doing any video content, $25 is like you can even connect up to like 2 or I think 5 different YouTube channels. If you have 5 different channels of YouTube and you have 5 Instagram accounts, you can connect more than one of each. So yeah, I would recommend any kind of videos. The $25 is more than enough. You'll never run out. And our plans are going to change probably in the next 3-4 months from now, but this is how we're structuring it now. And it's simple, and yeah, it's just simple.
It's easy.
Just go month by month.
It's less than it's less than $1 a day. So
exactly, yeah, less than $1 a day.
Yeah.
And like you said, we have a lot of resources to get started. But if you do need help, we run sessions every few weeks to help onboard people. That's something new we're starting actually this week. And then we're also you have an opportunity to talk to a product manager as well. Like if you still need help, sometimes you just want to explain something. You can book a quick 15-minute call with them. We're here to help you get set up and to make your life easier down the road.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing all of this with us. And again, I am a big believer in repurpose. So there's that. I'm anxious to get more videos out there. I think this is one of those things that's been kind of percolating and giving me the opportunity to say, okay, now it's time. So thank you. I appreciate you being here. And easiest way for people to find you is at Repurposed Io.
Yeah, repurposed.io. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Hani, it was great hanging out with you today. Thank you so much. I'm going to make sure that I get this video out there to my audience. So I know a lot of people were interested in learning more about this. So I'm sure they'll be anxious to connect.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks again for everything. I appreciate you being here.
My pleasure. Thanks. Bye,
Great.
everyone.
Take care.